truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, 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 money back.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Hard throw, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Ellington. And spins away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Target. Down.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Play action from Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Dumps it complete to Miller. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, here's Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Go. Monday.
Out of the gun, Luck. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
11 feet. Close. Got.
Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ellington now to return it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Back 22! Back 22!
Watson hands this to Foreman. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Reset.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. Quick move by Miller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Reset.
Now a handoff to Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Target. Reset.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
Richmond.
Here's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
12.
Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he fends him off. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Rolling, rolling. On. 12.
Here's Luck now on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
On.
Play action. It's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Target.
Here's a give to Miller. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Reset. Down. Blue 80.
A carry for Foreman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Foreman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Luck on 1st down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
To your right.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
12.
Here's Locke. Airs this out for Matthew. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Off of play action. Luck. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
53. 11Z.
Throwing his line. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Reset.
They begin with a run by Miller. Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tiger.
Now it's Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Black, no, feel it. Reset.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Miller looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half starts with a run by Rawls. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. handoff. Running left is Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Black 99, Philly. Black 22. Black 22.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Miller. And he's got some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Green the line. Green the line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's got room.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down throw. Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have them, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have them. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, Love finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again is Locke. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Locke. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Christian Covington. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was... One heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, blue 80. Blue 80. Black 99 Philly.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Down. Black 22.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. Now that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is Hines. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke steps away, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Whitney Merciless getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Houston, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Richmond.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Foreman, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Watson. Caught. It's Ellington. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll toss it to Miller. Broken tackle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6.
Down. Green the line. Green the line. Tiger.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green the line. Green the line.
Watson off play action. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run with Foreman. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On 1st down, it's Locke. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. And they say it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll run it with Mack. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Locke. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Black 22! Black 22!
They go play action, so they will look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Back to throw. being chased out left. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet him a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The mad, man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin. Now the cutie, now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back there, up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. I even play with your